Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is the Emil 1. It's a tier 8 Swedish heavy tank. It's located on the south spawn of Halluf under the command. Oh, we got noise. No, we haven't got any sound at all, so I'm going to restart this video straight away and hopefully we'll get the sound back. I think we have got sound this time. Yep, we have got sound at last. Yep, sometimes we just don't get it. Anyway, it's RNG Toxis in the Emil 1, south spawn of Halluf. Game started. Well, this is the first of the Emil tanks on the Wargaming tech tree, on the Swedish tech tree I should say. The Emil project started in the 1950s to actually develop a heavy tank to actually replace the Striv M42, which is an old World War II design. Well, prior to World War II actually, it was designed in 1942. But the Emil was the Swedish solution to produce a tank destroyer stroke troop support vehicle. So basically it's a self-propelled gun and a tank destroyer rolled into one, and basically it's a heavy tank. Now what's so unique about this tank is the wedge-shaped turret, which is really difficult to penetrate. It's very heavy armour at the front of the turret. It's 160mm of armour. I think it's 160 if I remember correctly. And it's angled at such a degree, no, it's 180mm. It's angled at such a degree that it actually produces far more effective armour. As you know, angling the armour does actually increase the thickness, so to speak. It makes this tank, when it's hulled down, very difficult to defeat. In fact, it's got 12 degrees of gun depression as well. And he's pushing forward so he can get a shot on that Chrysler. Oh, he didn't hit it. He got a ricochet, but that shell went in. And the third shell goes in as well. It's an autoloader, 3-shot autoloader with fairly quick reload. Standard book reload is 26.43 seconds. He's got 24.19. Now the calibre of the gun is a 105mm. It's got 360 alpha, and it'll penetrate 217mm with standard ammo, and with premium APCR it will actually go through 242mm. Now you can see that RNG Toxis is actually in platoon with a GSOR who's just behind him at the moment. I think it's Vizu. I think that's Vizu. And you can see he's actually come up to this corner, and there is a Tiger 2 on this corner, but there's also an enemy tank behind him to the left, to his left. He tried to get another shot in. Yes, he gets 2 shots on target and saves the third one for the Super Pershing, who takes another shot from Vizu. And now they're in reload again. Reload! And yeah, they totally ignored the Chrysler, who was actually a one-shot. If they just turned the turret, they could have blasted that guy straight away. But now they've got to wait until the reload's complete and do the job again. Hopefully he'll turn his turret to the left this time. Yeah, I think he's seen that Chrysler and realises that he could actually do that. In fact, yeah, the Chrysler took a shot at him, and maybe his teammate will want to have a go at that guy. Here comes the Tiger 2. Unfortunately, they lost the Peter, but I'm pretty sure now that that Super Pershing and Tiger 2 realises how much trouble they're in. Well, the first shot goes in, the second goes in and kills the Tiger 2. Now, does he reserve the third shot? Oh, now look at this! An enemy tank has managed to get behind us, and he's now having to turn around using the wreck as the Peter as cover. Now, the turret doesn't have good armour at the sides and the rear. As you can see, a heat round went straight through the rear of the vehicle. I'm surprised the Super Pershing hasn't come round, but he's actually at this moment engaged with an FB4202. So we're coming up over the lines. Now, where's the enemy? There's the TS5. Puts one into his rear. Can he get a second shot? No. The intraclip reload is 3 seconds. That's right, so it is quite long. Oh, he's turned around. And he gets that one in, but can he get the next one in? Goes for the Polar, gets that, yep. the TS5's got such a weak cupola, it's very, very easy to punish them whenever they show that to you. Of course, most people aim for the body of the vehicle, but that's not the point. You should actually aim for the cupola on those things and you can easily take them down. You can take them down if you can put the shell into the lower plate low enough, but most people bodge that up, and therefore going for the cupola is far, far easier. Okay, we've got a KV3 now and a full set, a full clip, and here we go. First shot didn't penetrate, second one did. Can you get the third? Oh, he's hiding back, and that super Pershing is a one shot. Okay, can you get them in? Who's going to be the first? Is it going to be the KV1 or the super Pershing? Well, the super Pershing expires, and he does take a round in the tracks, but he's going to get a big spot, and he gets it. But the KV3 is now a one shot, but we're in reload, and he's taken out by our M12. Or is that our M12? I suspect that that might have been the enemy Arty who actually accidentally took him out. Because this game was from a while back when I believe there was team damage. It might be the case, or it might not be. He's loaded. First shot. Oh, he got a fire from the Challenger. And the second shot kills him outright. He took a clobbering shot there from the SU-14-1 and also from the M12. He's looking to see where the damage was. Yeah, I think it's just underneath the gun. If you look just underneath the gun, there's a hole. That's where the Arty round struck. It was a penetrating shot from the SU-14-1 for 498 hit points. The M12 hit him for 39. I now think actually that M12 probably wasn't the person who killed the KB3. It was probably the Arty shot hit at the same time that the KB3 died. Okay, well there's 4 left on either side, and the enemy has a hit point advantage of, well, near enough 1,000 hit points. Not quite. And as far as we can tell as well, there's a P-44 Pantera on the enemy team making his way to our cap area. He was in the middle of the valley, and at the moment you can see that RNG's Toxis is actually holding back from going back, because from this position here he does have view range back to the cap area, but not to the position where the M12 is. He's further back. If the Pantera suddenly appears, then yeah, the M12's moving. I think he knows that the Pantera is there, and he's trying to get this way as quickly as he can. RNG's Toxis was having a quick look at the damage he took. You see, he could go towards the enemy cap area, try and take the T-43. But if he does, then the enemy might get into our cap area, and then we've got the long trip back. The problem with this tank is it's not very fast. 50 kilometers an hour, it's very slow. As they say in the wiki, it's got atrocious mobility. Very thin side armour, terrible gun handling, and a long aim time as well. So the aim time is 3 seconds. So in fact, that's, you know, really technically speaking, that's not a very long aim time. Some of the new tanks that Wargaming are bringing in have got aim times of as much as 7 seconds. I'm thinking here at the moment of the new Caliban that they're thinking of bringing in. And of course, they forget that Arty has to aim or take as much as 7 or 8 or 9 seconds to aim in on a new target. And we do that every time we fire. That's why a lot of us use the aim timer. You can see I've got an aim timer on this readout here. There goes the P-44 Pantera. So he was obviously trying to get an easy kill and taking out RNG's Toxis, who he knows has very little in the way of hit points, only 94. But he made a bit of a mistake because he just drove straight in front of him. This is why RNG's Toxis stayed here to get an easy ambush. Okay, the enemy T-43's turned up as well. But our Scorpion's seen him. There's the... And the Pantera takes another round. And now, kill shot. Yes! Perfect, but he's got to reload now. The T-43 is just the other side. If we go down this bank, come up the other side. In fact, I think he's elected to go the long way round. Try and catch that T-43 unawares. The Scorpion is making his way in. I'm not sure if the T-43 is going to double back or he's going to go past this side. I think he's going to go this side. He might go around the corner. Oh, I should actually say, by the way, folks, if you ever hear me slurring my words, it's not because I'm drunk, it's because I'm old and I do have some problems with my nerves, which actually makes it difficult to speak sometimes. Yes! Kill shot! Okay, he's just staying here till he goes unspotted for the Arty. He doesn't want to give them a free shot. And the Arty's just fired. Yes, my condition sometimes actually means that when I'm trying to articulate these games, I accidentally bite the side of my mouth. I don't really mean to, but I don't have a huge lot of muscle control, or nerve control I should say, to enable me to pronounce the words properly. I think it's a condition a lot of people get when they get old. Oh, there goes the Su-14-1, which now means there's only one enemy left. It's the M12. Last seen way over on the other side of the battlefield. Or is he? No, he's actually in the south area of the battlefield. Down near the cliff area. I do hope he doesn't decide to dive off the edge of the cliff, because if he does, he gets an automatic blacklisting from me, because I won't platoon with anyone who decides to kill themselves rather than fight. And our Lorraine 15550 got a shot in to kill the M12, and that's game over. Here's the end of battle results, and that excellent game by Origins Toxis in the Emil 1 got him an ace tanker. He also got a hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemy tanks, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one, he got 9, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills, he got 4 exactly, and a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points with his own vehicle. He got a Spartan medal in this one for blocking or ricocheting a non-penetrating shot when he had less than 10% of his hit points left, and he got the highest damage in the game in this one. Yes, he did the most damage to the enemy. Let's have a look at team score. There you go, 5,957 hit points of damage. The second highest damage was the FP4202 with 2,447, followed by the Su-14-1 on the enemy team, 1,975 to him. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of those with 4. 3 kills went to the Scorpion, also the Super Hellcat, and the only one who managed to get 3 kills on the enemy team was their Super Pershing, the T26E4. When it came to base XP, it's RNG's Toxis again, 1,587, and that's for an ace. 988, I think that's 88, yes it is, to the Lorraine 15550, and 924 to the FP4202. He fired 21 rounds in that game, got 20 direct hits and 18 penetrations, damage of 5,957 hit points, all of it at close range. Received 6 hits from the enemy, 2 of those were penetrations, 3 non-penetrations, and 3 hits by way of splash damage. He blocked damage of 320 hit points in total, damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 4, and on a premium count he earned 54,601 credits, got 24,571 from battle payments, a total of 114,663 credits altogether. But he did fire a lot of premium ammo, as you saw, and that meant that after repair, ammunition, respawn, and consumables, he actually made a loss, but it was only 8,837 credits. I don't think he'd be worried about that in the slightest. 1,587 XP, 2,381 for, it says here, personal reserves. Yes, it is personal reserves. 357 for playing in a platoon, and took away 5,119 experience points altogether. Didn't actually mention his platoon mate in this one. It's a Visu, is it Visu? Yes, in the GSOR, he got 1,233 hit points of damage, which is fairly reasonable. He got a fire for effect, but unfortunately he did get taken out during the game before he actually managed to get a kill. So not a bad game, quite a very good game actually for RNG's Toxis, and I can see now why he actually stayed in the area he did in the northwest corner. He was waiting for that P44 Pantera to come looking for him, and it worked out perfectly because he was looking in the right direction when the Pantera appeared and was able to put a round into him. The Pantera couldn't resist trying to poke his head round the other corner, the same corner all over again, and took another 2 rounds and finished his game. If he'd actually have been smart enough, he could have stayed in that corner for a little while and managed to sneak round to the left and possibly get behind RNG's Toxis and put a couple of rounds into him. But no, unfortunately he wasn't smart enough to do that, and RNG's Toxis was too wise to what he was up to and won the game. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.